Excuse me. All right, we're finishing up the details on Miss Mia's prom dress. Mostly today we're working on some sensory issues. Because she's very much like me, and this dress is just a little bit uncomfortable. So, for instance, these straps are real thin and they're rough under here. So I found these. I'll hold them up to the little camera. I found these old elastics that I bought when I was making masks for COVID, which is why I throw nothing away because you never know when you're going to use it. And they're real soft because they're meant to go behind your ear and not cause irritation. So I burned the ends so that way they wouldn't unravel. And I'm about to iron them flat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them underneath these straps so that way when she has them on her shoulder, they're not rubbing. I was super happy because that was her biggest frustration with this dress was it was just uncomfortable, which I totally understand. And we don't want that for anybody because if you struggle with sensory issues, no matter how well your dress fits, if it's uncomfortable, it's just going to ruin the entire experience, and we don't want that. So we're just burning the ends of these super quickly. So that way, and don't worry, I do this a ton. So it's not my first rodeo. I work with this kind of stuff a lot, so I know how to control it all. If you're a newbie seamstress, maybe do it outside or somewhere that is easily contained. Okay, we're gonna iron these little doodads flat. Hi, Sibby. Okay, so let that iron heat up. If anybody wonders what this is, every time I flop it down, I actually got this idea from my grandmother, who I learned to sew from. This is a wool ironing mat. It's fantastic because it's super lightweight. So whenever we go on a trip, I throw it in my suitcase. Like it's trying to make it flat. It's super thin. You just lay it at the bottom. It adds some cushion to your suitcase, which is nice. It's super light and it's an amazing facilitator for ironing because it retains the heat, which also goes to one of my other hyperfixations, which is biochemistry. And because it retains heat, it or has a high heat capacity for all my other nerds out there, it irons things a lot faster. Now, I have done this accidentally. If you iron this, you can see these spots over here, which is fine because I'm going to redo this table and put resin on it anyway. This was a donated table. So what I'm going to do is I'll sand this down and replace it. This was already here, so I didn't care that I messed it up. But what I've got, if you can see on the second camera, right here, this thing right here, this is just a plastic cutting mat I got at HEB. And what you do is you lay this down on top of it, and it prevents this from happening. What happens is this retains so much heat that it heats up the gloss that's on top of the table, and then you get this crap. That's the second table I've done it to, but this one I didn't get. The first time I was super upset, but it was that one. But it's old, and I'm gonna redo it anyway. So oh well. It's life goes on. It's not that big of a deal. This table was donated, like I said, so it's fine. And I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna cut out magazine clippings and glue them, and then I'm gonna put a resin on top of it. It's gonna look so cool. I'm so stoked. That's a summer project for after the spring. And usually we have the summer is slower and the winter is slower for us. So probably in the summer I'll start that project. Okay, we're good to go. Got these scraggly things. I'll turn it so you can see what I'm doing. Just got these little scragglies here. And all we're doing is we're just ironing them so that way, because this is what they look like when they come out of the thing, right? They're made to just be sewn on, ready to go for a mask. They even have these little pulley things on them, which are nice. And these are by far, if you're going to make facial masks, these are amazing to use, and I highly recommend them. But you can also use them for other things like this. So I kept the little doodads that I pulled off. So now we're just having to iron these straight so they'll lay down nicely. And look at that, look at that. It's just bloop, perfect. So there's one. So we got 4 straps here. 2. And the wool has a smell at first. I don't really, it's wool. If you've worked with sheep, you'll recognize the wool pretty quickly. And when you first get your wool ironing mat, it smells because it's usually been in a vacuum sealed bag for a while. That smell goes away. It gets a lot better. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna leave that right there. And then move this guy. I put a little too much steam. It made my cutting board waft up. I don't usually steam on this thing, but I was being impatient, which is the bane of a seamstress's existence. Okay, we're going to scoot this over, put the ironing board up. I'll scoot you guys back up closer to my work area. Alright, so here's what we're doing today. Okay, we've got strappies to add. And if you're watching live, feel free to ask questions. I'm totally fine with asking questions. If I don't see your comment, just either text me or keep messaging, or not keep messaging, just keep commenting. I'll see it eventually. Alright, so we are adding snaps to our panel so it sits, which I've already marked from our fitting yesterday. We're adding bra cups, and we're going to hopefully add them on the inside so that way, again, when you put them on, you can't feel the actual bra cups. I feel like that's much better. So we're going to do that, and then, glad I'm talking to you guys, because actually talking, oh, I'm sorry, Callie. Oh, I boinked Callie in the head. I'm sorry, honey. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. I'll find my boning. Yes, talking to you guys helps because it makes me actually work through everything like I'm teaching, and it kicks a different part of my brain in. That makes me go through everything as if I'm teaching a class, whereas if I'm just doing it myself, I kind of just get things done real fast. Okay. Hi, Sabi-san. Oh, did I blink your eye? I'm sorry. I'll get you some eye drops. I'm sorry. Alright, so the last thing we need is some boning. This is bridal boning. What I used for her corset, what we're trying to do is we're trying to take the sides of her dress and make them stand up so that way she's not uncomfortable because her straps pull a little much. So we're going to add this to help hold that up. So I'm going to try to use as much of this as I can. We're going to do 2 sets of 2 for sure. If I can get away with doing 2 sets of 4, it's even better, and I'm going to try to do that. This is her senior prom, and we want her to be comfortable. Then we got our snaps for this guy, so you're going to go over there. I like to lay everything out so I can see it. Okay, so snaps done. These are going on the straps right there. Boning, we also need to iron this out because this is trash. It comes in a coil. This was like a 20-foot coil when I first bought it. It's not very expensive. And I learned the hard way because I just installed it into a corset like this, and then the whole corset looked shriveled up and dead inside, and I had to steam it for a long time to get it all. So for these, I just go ahead and iron them out, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So we're not ironing directly onto these bad boys because plastic does not have a high heat capacity, and it melts. So we're going to get our ironing cloth, which mine has disappeared into the cat bedding. There it is. Oh, Callie girl. Alright, so this is essentially an even smaller version of this. I made this one. This has a piece of cardboard and batting on it, and then it's wrapped in flannel. So that way I can stick it. Essentially, it's the exact same idea. You can just stick it under something and iron it. Uh, and it also has a cute little cutting. Not, well, you can cut on it, but it has a cute little measurement board. You can pin on it, you can cut on it. It's fantastic. It's a super easy. You make this out of scrap fabric. It's like this thing right here is $5. You can make this whole thing for like $6, $7. Awesome tool. I'll do a video on that eventually. All right, so ironing our boning. Ironing our boning. Wow, I didn't think that was going to be a hard word. Okay, so first, let's see how long we need it to be. See if I can go ahead and cut it. This candle's making me nervous. I like the smell, but I don't want to close the dress. Okay, so we're supporting this seam right here, okay, because this doesn't really have a back. Like, here's the back. The back is a whopping, like, 3/4 inch to, at max, like, 3 inches. So we need to support this, so it's not hurting her. So, let's see here. Let's get the measuring tape and my notebook. My Mad Genius notebook where I write down everything. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go down from that seam right there. And that is, we're going to cut it at 7.5. Okay. Goodbye. We don't need you no more. All right. So let's see. We need 7.5, which is right there. This guy is 7. Well, this guy's like 11.5. We're gonna cut this off right there. We don't use fabric scissors for boning because boning's plastic and it doesn't like it. It is not nice to our fabric scissors. So just these are my cheapo scissors. They're ones that I've had since I graduated high school in 2011. So I just know they have googly eyes on them. 7.5. So we're gonna go right there. And this, if you just leave it straight, is pokey. You can melt it. I just cut off the ends like that. Easier. All right, so there's one. That's it. All right, so now I'm gonna hope we can get multiples out of this. Like, we're not gonna get as many as I want, but we're gonna get as many as we can. 7.5. You sit right there, hombre. Talk to my sewing stuff like it's in a Quentin Tarantino movie. I don't know why. Apparently that's my parenting voice, which I'm not unhappy about. Okay. Come on, we gotta get at least 2 sets of 2 out of this. And I'll see if I can find either some more boning or we'll see if I can just make it up as I go along, which is, you know, part of sewing. We're not, it's like I learned in survival school, you're not always going to have the tools you need, so you make a screwdriver into a hammer. That's what we're taught. You don't always have to go buy all the stuff you need. Actually, I would advise against it. Most stuff can just be repurposed relatively easily. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to make at least our first set of 2. That makes me happy. Okay. Being those playing with boning, he can hear it on the table. He's coming over here. Like, what you playing with, Mom? What you playing with? Okay, so we've got these 2 little odd pieces. I feel like How big is this? It's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna keep these pieces, but not for this. We might use them later in something else. Okay, let's see here. What can we do? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I was taking some boning out of this. This is my first corset I made. Um, but I'm changing it into a cool anime character dress. So let's see if I can steal some boning from this, because I was going to take some out anyway, because I was going to change this into a corset backing. And I remember thinking I need to just take that boning out. There's no need for it. So I can just steal that. See, you can also break down projects to use what you need. Waste not, what not. Okay, so this is going to be a corset back. Yeah, we're going to have to take this way back over. So this whole piece right here doesn't need to be there. Okay, so we're going to pop that sucker out. It's also why thrifting clothes can be so valuable, because you can get a lot of stuff in some formal wear, like boning, and buttons and sequins and all kinds of stuff that you can't get, even if you just bought that by itself, like at Hobby Lobby. It would be so stupid expensive. It would cost you more than the whole caboodle, so that's why I'm such a big fan of uh, thrifting. It's also why I try to not have to order supplies. I try to do donations. So if you ever want alterations done, if you donate sewing supplies or fabric, you get 15% off, because 15% of every purchase goes towards supplies anyway. So if you give me supplies, then I don't have to use that money. So I'm not really losing out there. No one's losing out there. Win, 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 win. Which is the kind of economy we want. Okay, so there we go. I just took two pieces out of this, because I'm changing from a zipper to a corset, because I just find that that's so much better. And it's so much prettier. Like, the zipper look is out, at least in terms of my opinion, for whatever it counts for. Okay, so we may not can get, we're going to try to get at least 3 of this size. So get that going. And how you tell if there's boning in something is, I mean, it's literally just a plastic strip. If you can feel it, it's in there. And then you just open it up and pull it out. Now, some boning sewn in exhaustingly. I try to put my boning in like this in little envelopes, so that way it comes in an envelope. I usually reuse that for something else, but I'll put little strips in my lining so these guys slide in. Because this going through your machine, you're going to go through 7 or 8 needles just trying to pierce the plastic, and that's not good for your machine. It's not good for your dress. It's not, so don't do it. In my humble opinion, I just don't think it's good for anybody. So I just do little envelopes because I can always pull it out really easy. Now, the other kind of interfacing that's like a stiff mesh, not interfacing, the other kind of boning that's a stiff mesh, I will just stick that up in there and sew through it, like what I did on the corset on this guy. But if I'm using this, the really strong boning, I won't do that. Okay, here we go. We're all going to sit down and we're all going to cooperate. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, now we get our ironing cloth. Now, ironing cloths are not something, again, you need to go out and buy. This is a linen napkin that was $1 at a thrift store. And linen and muslin is great for like all kinds of stuff. Ironing being one of them. So this just keeps it does a bunch of stuff. It keeps your iron from melting the top layer of whatever you're ironing. And then it also keeps from transferring and changing the texture. So like if you use vinegar to get out a crease, using an ironing cloth will keep the vinegar from heating up so much that it becomes reflective and shiny, which you don't want. I mean, if you want that, that's cool. But if you don't want that, that's how you fix that. It also just helps with things that you want to apply heat to, but you don't want to, burn, because some fabrics are flammable. So this is a great solution. And linen and muslin just really take that heat really well and protect what's underneath it. So here I'm just going back and forth. I can feel the plastic relaxing. And so I'm just going to keep going over it until it's nice and flat because I don't want it curling in on Mia while she's dancing. You can also do this when it's already in the dress. It's much more difficult and it requires usually steaming it, and you have to hold the steam there for, anywhere from 30 seconds to a few minutes just for it to relax it, and then you got to press it, and I've done it that way, and it's not great. So I fully believe sewing and art in general is very much trial and error, but there are some just mistakes, and for me that sucks. So try to avoid that if you want to avoid that annoyance. Okay, there we go. So they're not perfect, but they're good enough that I can lay them in there. They're also a little sticky because they got heated up. So I'm just going to lay these to the side, let them cool off, and we'll work on a different part. I'll move this over so we can see what else I'm doing. Put you over. Let's see. So for the boning, I try to draw out what I did. So for several reasons. One, because when I am done with the project and and I'm trying to do the pricing, I'm like, I don't remember what I did. Um, I want to be able to say, here's what I did and here's how long I spent on it. So that way I can give you the most fair price for both of us. Don't want to overcharge you, and I definitely don't want to rob myself. And then I also write things like, I took this from the dress, like a hook and eye, and I swapped it out. So that way I don't charge you for the hook and eye, because I do charge for parts. But if let's say your dress has a hook and eye, and I swap it for a bigger one, I just do a 1-1 exchange, and I write down my notebook, so that way I don't charge you for the hook and eye. I just charge you for putting it on there, and it's like half off. I don't believe in screwing people over. I believe in a just economy. Okay, so I'm doing. I can show you guys what I'm doing. I'm just writing this down. I'm drawing what I did. We've got 2 pieces of boning to 1, and then I'm just showing that I did 2 sets of 7 inches. Also, so that way, if I'm working on a dress 1 or 2 years from now, and I'm like, I remember when I did Mia's dress a few years ago, and it really worked. How did I do that? I have it. I just know that from teaching, because there's so many times in teaching where you did something cool, but you didn't write it down, and then you want to kick yourself because you're like, I completely forgot what that was, and you feel like you robbed yourself. So that's why I just write it down. Okay, let's work on straps. For some reason, I'm just procrastinating on the snaps. It's just a low dopamine task. What can I say? Okay. So if you can see this right here, it's also very porous. So we have to be particular about what kind of adhesive we use, because this is also porous, and if you use something that needs surface area, it's not going to stick and it'll start coming off. I could also sew this, but I don't feel like that would be as effective in terms of it won't look the same. And I really want this to be an invisible kind of thing. Okay, so I think we're just going to add a little bit of glue. And this is just a hot glue. I'm going to spread it out. And this, I like using this sometimes because it builds its own surface area. So if you need to use a different glue, it has something to hold on to. Yeah, I think that's going to be a whole lot more comfortable. Yeah, see, that hot glue did pull off of this, but that was because I stretched it a little too thin. So it's a lot of just figuring out what works. I use E6000 a lot. I don't like using it on clothes, um, because for me, E6000, I'll wear a mask with it. Um, it has a smell that triggers migraines. So I really try to be very sparing with it. I use it more utility stuff. Um, and I just don't have that reaction when I use hot glues. And I do buy like higher end, like Elmer's hot glue that is just a little more durable. And again, this is a formal wear. We're going for comfort for a night. We're not going for if this was an everyday shirt, I would be taking a different approach because we would have to be dealing with a lot of more wear and tear. And if she brings it back and wants to change it into like a cocktail dress or something that she can, um, use more frequently, I'll probably change the straps and we'll adjust it to her needs then. But this is purely so prom night is just more comfortable. Oh, I already feel that's better. So this is basically just serving as a lining for the straps. And I honestly didn't know how we were going to do this, and I feel like that's just kind of how sewing goes sometimes. You don't know how you're going to fix it, but you're willing to fix it. I think that's the most important thing. Because all things can be fixed. We just gotta find the right solution. Alright, that's a little long. I'll trim it. But that looks really good. And I think that's gonna feel so much better. Her arms were already red when we were just trying it on yesterday. So I think when she has this on now, and we've added a little more bulk, so her straps won't be slipping and sliding. Oh, that's good. I'm so excited. It looks so good. It's gonna help her so much. Oh, I understand my babies with sensory issues because I have them too. They are not fun. And please, if you're watching this, don't be like, I can't do it because I saw her do it and it's her thing. Like, okay, intellectual property is about to be completely. My hair is doing something really crazy. Intellectual property is about to fall apart after AI. So, and the idea that, it's one thing to give credit, it's another thing to be like, you can't use this because I need to make sure I get all the money I can out of it is just kind of a barbaric idea, in my opinion. Particularly since it's. Sorry, I'm fixing my hair. Particularly since these morons who do a lot of copyright infringement work, and they're like, you can't use my thing. Um, well, you know, people making fan fiction and making fan art and using your music and videos actually gets more people to consume your art. So it's basically free advertising. But they're like, no, if I can't make all the money I possibly can off of it. I think that's a whole different argument that I'm not going to get into. But anyway, the point of the story is if you see something I do, take it. We need more seamstresses in the world. I can't do everyone's prom dress as much as I want. Look at that. I am so happy with these. It looks so good. And it feels so good. Okay. And it's easily removable. This adhesive is very much like it just occupies the space by creating volume. So it's not like it's really permanently adhesing to it. Something's got to move over. Okay, put that right there. Doesn't you look good? Oh, you look so good. You look so pretty. So pretty. And some seamstresses, and most of these seamstresses are, you know, over the age of 70, are like, glue is cheating. No, it's not cheating. Particularly when you're running a business and you have a lot of stuff you're taking in. You don't know how much glue is used in everyday clothing. I know because I have to fix a lot of it. My grandmother, who is a sewing badass, she used washable school glue, like the purple stick, to get her, like, to get the batting to stick to her quilts so it doesn't move on her. And then it's washable, so when she takes it and she washes it after she makes it, it's all gone. I do that too, because it's just genius. But my grandmother is the one who taught me. So she taught me, who cares how people say you should do it the way that makes sense. My grandmother's very interesting in that regard, because when it comes to like fixing and making stuff, she's very anti what everyone should thinks they should be doing. But she really struggles with having her own voice when it comes to, you know, her family and just sticking up for herself and being kind to herself, which I relate to because, you know, I know where I got it from. And she's definitely got ADHD, and there was definitely no support when she was in school. So I feel bad for her. She does struggle. But she taught me a lot of good lessons. Okay. This looks so good. Now, let me stop right quick, take a picture for everybody on social media land, and then we'll keep going. I want to take a before and after picture of the other side. So let me just do that super quickly. One day I'll have a camera that isn't my phone, and we won't have to do this. But you know, that's a few months from now. Perfect. Now let me take the other ones. There we go. Okay. Oof, my phone is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. You're standing. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now let's do the other side. Oh, I just love the way this turned out. It looks good. It's gonna feel really good, and it's gonna help keep those straps from migrating. Because we just added a little bit of volume. It's kind of like those sticky rubber things you feel on like headbands or some straps that are supposed to stick to your skin and prevent them from sliding. These are just the comfortable edition. I love this. I'm so obsessed. I love when I come up with a good idea. It makes me feel like I'm a worthwhile person. Wonder where I get that from. Everybody scoop. I sew with the philosophy of if we didn't try things and change things, we would still be wearing the little Greek togas that they were wearing. So, we got to try things. Everything was new at some point. Everything was just an idea at some point. My brain broke for a second. I was like, what? What is happening? There we go. I twisted it the wrong way. Okay, I'll come back and I'll trim up any of these little spider hairs that we got going on and see if we have any gaps, but that looks good too, and it feels good, which is the most important thing. Okay, there we go. We'll let that dry, and then we'll shape that up. But that, oh, I can't. I wish I could like let you feel it, but it's so much better. She's gonna feel so much better. Okay, now let's see if this is an alterations friendly dress. And did you give us an access panel? Or access in general? Or are you gonna make us create an access panel? Oh, am I speaking too soon? Oh, praise the sewing gods. Okay, this is gonna be a cinch. Okay, also, if your dress is easily accessible and alterations friendly, I don't charge you nearly as much because usually half the time is taking the dress apart and then having to put it together. But if I just have to do this, turn it inside out, and I can put the part in, and I can flip it back inside out, I only charge you for the parts and like a little bit of time. So if it is cheaper than I put on my menu, that's why. You have an alterations friendly dress. And if you want me to make an alterations friendly like dress guide, I can do that. What just fell? What is this? Oh, my thing. That's fine. Okay, what am I looking at? I got talking and I made myself cross-eyed trying to figure out where I am in this dress. Where's the back? Right there. Okay, cool. So, I just realized we may have a purpose for those little pieces. Awesome. That makes me so excited. Okay, so I just stuck this little dude up in here. And then I'm pushing it against this seam. Where is your home? It doesn't matter. There's a belt decal thing. I'll move it back where it needs to be. Okay, so I'm pushing it against the seam. So it's caught in between the lining and the outer layer of fabric. And then the seam right here. So we're going to try to do a stitch in the ditch right here. And I need pins. Pins are helpful. Get Henny Penny out. There we go. Okay. So I've just felt to make sure this is at the top, like that. And then we're going to just keep this first piece right next to it. Now, if you're new to adding boning, the temptation is to just stick it all in there and sew it all at once. And not only is it less helpful, but it doesn't work the way you think it's going to. So try it if you think you can do it. But, don't feel bad if it turns out like a mess, because we've all done it. That's probably my biggest takeaway when I just warn against things is try it. If it sucks, don't worry. We've all been there with you. We've all made the silly things like that. I did that with this dress, actually. I did the corset the first time. I looked at it and I was like, that is just not the way I wanted it to look. So I took it apart and redid it. And that was it. You don't have to be mean to yourself. Because you're learning. No matter how long you've been sewing, you're learning. Like, I like the idea of there being a master of something, but it's also not a good thing to be master. Because the idea of someone being a master at something is kind of the idea that they stop trying new things and innovating. And then there are members of Congress asking if your phone connects to the Wi-Fi. And we're all just like, okay, thanks, man. I feel real late for it. Okay, so now I did this side. I'm going to run it through in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and pin the first. Oops, I don't like the way that's flowing. Your lining may buck a little when you first do this, particularly when you got an open back. You just kind of pin it down. Okay, we're good now. So now I'm going to do the other side. So that way I can get my first set done, then I'll do a second set, and then kind of moving systematically. Grab another piece, stick it up on in now, y'all. I may can do the first two pieces, make their little envelopes. We'll see. I'm not going to stress. This is a very sweet mom and daughter client, so they're very nice and don't rush me at all. So, which I'm so grateful for because it lets me do the best job I can. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this first one. Otherwise, it'll be too many pins going back and forth, and I won't be able to sew it. See, even I get the temptation. We may sew that down. She's not going to see it. Yeah, I think we're just going to sew that down. I think the support is worth a seam. Oof, every day. Oof, at least once every day. There it is. It's like, where's my cotton swab? Believe it or not, I'm still scared of needles. Okay, we're good now. Let me fix this side. I decided to sew this little belt thing down. Okay, let's get the machine. I gotta move all my stuff. One day, I would like to have a kidney table, or just an entire, like, not a complete circle table, because that sounds insane, but like, maybe like a 90% circle, where there's an entrance, but the rest of it, I can have all my stuff spread out. Alright. Come here, Meredith. I'll move y'all, hang on. I'm coming. There you go. Okay. I went to reach the foot pedal that was missing. Okay. I've worked myself into a corner, but that's okay. I'll work around it. I forgot to move the strap, so I have to make sure I don't sew over it. Why are you bunching? Don't bunch. Lay flat, please. Alright, come on. You can do it. You can do it. There's a lot of dress here. Okay. Nope, can't do that. Down through there. That. And then we're gonna turn. Close the envelope. There we go. Hello, dear. What?
How many pamphlets do we want to print? 500?
For
For the business thing that I was talking about. For the chamber where they would go half on us office.
it's up to you. It's
gonna
going
be 500 pamphlets, $260.
right.
If they pay half, 130. So we're in for 130.
130?
130 bucks to print 500.
I think that's fair. Are you gonna do it through Office Depot?
Same place as before. We would have to design it out.
No, I know.
Okay.
That's fine. But yeah, I think we should just do it through Office Depot.
The other question I have for you is, we wanted to set up that time for us to go just like create together over at the museum. Remember Becca offered?
Yeah.
What day do you want to pick?
For the Art Alliance, or right? We're not talking about the workshop. I mean the study hours, right?
Study hall?
Yeah.
I think we should do this first.
That's fine. I just want to make sure I'm not confusing.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
just for us to go crazy.
I think we should do it. I know we're a little pushed because it's. Are you talking about doing it this month?
We can.
Okay. I think it'd be fine to do one like just be like, oh, I know it's short notice. We could do something next week, but I think it would be better if we do like beginning week of the month, don't do anything. The second week of the month, do the creative thing, and then third week of the month, not do anything, and then fourth week of the month, do the meetup. What do you think?
So you may just try to see if people want to do it for next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, but we'll make it really like.
Chill and very casual.
Yeah.
Bring snacks.
Yeah.
She even said it was BYOB if you wanted it to
Yeah, and that I think we'll just make it very informal
Yeah.
and being like, hey, we're just gonna create together, vibe, and then
Wednesday, you think?
that sounds fine to me.
Or Monday?
Huh?
Or Monday?
Not Monday.
Friday?
Just throwing days of the week at me.
Well, I'm just trying to see what feels better.
Okay. If we're doing something that's relaxing, I think it would be better. Particularly, I think we should push it towards ASU because there's not a place for people to connect and do something particularly creative in this town without having to pay money. So I would say let's do it on a Friday night because that's usually when people want to get out and socialize.
Okay, let me make sure there's nothing crazy going on
Okay.
Friday for us. Next week, the 21st.
Yes.
Friday. Let me let Becca know.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Dismissed.
Dismissed. You're dismissed.
You're dismissed.
No, you're dismissed.
No, you're dismissed.
You are.
You are.
You're dismissed.
You're the one exposing yourself on the camera. Oh, this looks so good. I am pleased. I did okay. I'm not happy with I forgot to change the bobbin to make this the same color, but it's okay. They're going to be very nice about that, but I'll switch it out right now. Like, I need to get a new. It's time for me to get a new scalpel. I need to order a whole new set because, like, I lost this piece and my scalpel just wiggles. Don't point the scalpel at your field. That's not a good idea. Okay, we're changing the bobbin. We're changing the bobbin to something that will match. That's not the one that matches. Oh! Now it's on the floor. Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Yep. I talk to myself a lot while I'm doing this. Okay, dokie, artichoke. Now let's do. Why are you wandering? Oh, because I forgot to do the stitch on the ditch side. I did. Oh, our baby threw me off. Talks to me and my brain just goes gaga. Okay, so now let me slip it back in there. I made one side of the envelope. That's not helpful. Don't get that there. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to stitch in the ditch. For real easy stuff. And I'm just pushing. I mean, I had it pinned, but it's once you have one side, you don't have to have it pinned because you can just push. You can push the boning into the seam. I'm catching it a little, but that's okay. No big deal. Okay, looking good. Looking good. All right. Actually, I think the boning envelopes make it look more elegant. Well, that's my personal opinion. Okay, let me look where the weight is going to be. The weight, she really deals with the weight being here. So we really need to focus. I can put a piece back here. But really, I think the weight needs to be distributed right here. That's what she really needs help with. Okay, so now we're just adding a second piece here. We're giving it a little space because we want that weight to be distributed. We don't want it to be all in one spot because that's what causes pain. It's much like the economy in that way. You dressed.
No more peep shows for you.
Huh?
No more peep shows for you.
Get on your OnlyFans. There we go. Let's see. Okay, the strap this time is going first, so I don't have to fight with that. Also need to increase my stitch length here because I'm working it like a 2 here. Ah! I killed a pin. I move that guy. There's just too much bulk. Okay, now this looks so good. It looks so freaking good. Come on. I wish I could figure out the same kind of system. When I'm working on the hems, I figured out if you either hang it or you keep it on the hand, it takes all the weight off. I wish I could find the reverse solution for when you're working on the bodice. That's not taking the bodice off because that takes too much time. Okay. I have a little overlap in the lining, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Or no, it's not a huge deal. Fine. It's normal when you're doing this kind of work. And you're not making. Right. making it independently. Cut all these little silly little strings off. I gotta start doing this as I go because I get to the end and I get overwhelmed with how many strings there are. Okay. Where's the weight? The weight really falls in the front.
Be back.
Bye, Felicia. Go run. Oh. Good on you for supporting the local economy. I completely just threw that. Cutlery boxes from the 1800s. What? Of course. You got something to say? You do you, boo. Why is this stuck? I'm torn. That's why I'm taking so long. I'm like, should I add boning, like a princess seam boning, or should I just add underneath the bra cup? Let me see. I'm gonna try something. We're going to try something and we're going to see what happens. After I've turned this completely inside out. Then I can't find it. Hello? Hello? Where are you? There you go. Yes, I talk to everything I work with. It's how I stay sane. Okay, so I need, let's see. Because if we just did it to this seam here, this would add so much support. It would add so much support, and it wouldn't look that much different. And I just think that would be the best thing. Okay, we'll see if we can make it happen. Go. Yeah, because that's going to push this part up, which is going to help really distribute the weight on her shoulders. I just don't know why they make them like this. I know why they make them like this, because I'm sure they're running them through some type of design software that just doesn't calculate properly the way the material is able to hold up the body, particularly when you change into a crazy loose knit like this. And then you consider things like the body heats up the fabric and makes everything shift, and the more the dress heats up, the more it pulls, especially if it's a knit. And so as the night goes on, your dress becomes less and less structurally sound. And of course, you've got back pain at the end of the night because your dress isn't doing nothing. So, what I'm doing now is I've decided to add princess boning, which is essentially I'm just adding boning along this princess seam right here before I put the bra cups in. So that way it's pushing on its. That way there's something rigid pushing back against her body. So she has support because with the way this, and it's very similar to how corset operates. You've got support riding right up that bra line, or that right up against the, like, you can't see it on the side, right up against the bust line. So it's pushing you in, which is much healthier, and this is why I like corsets. And actually, if people would like to get into getting corsets rather than bras, I would be down for making custom corsets. Because I can tell you, as someone who just can't stand any type of bra and likes only sports bras, like, a corset's so much more comfortable because it distributes the weight, man. It's not on your shoulders. There's no straps. Oh, that's a dead pin. Okay, let me make sure I have enough pieces for the other side. Okay, there's a little one. Okay, where are little ones? Okay, there's that. I've got one on this side. Okay, so we're good on long pieces. Oh, need one more. Okay, so we have one long piece here. Do we have any more? Oh, that makes sense because we started with 6. Okay, and we're at 6. Okay, let me see. Let me get those other pieces out. See, this is why you never throw it away. You might use it. Do I have any other pieces? I don't think I do. Doesn't mean we won't pull some out of mine. Let's see if we just have enough of a piece to match this and go up, because that bra cup is going to be sitting in there and it can stabilize it. Yep, that's actually perfect. Okay, awesome. Sorry, I didn't realize y'all were having to watch Frasier with him. There we go. Ow! Facebook's gonna be like, no, you got copyrighted content. We can see Frasier's elbow. Uh-oh. I feel like... I was afraid that was going to happen. Okay, so the lining shifted on me. Which is fine, it's just a little annoying. Yep, that's what I thought. I didn't shift for too far, so I should be able to just pull it back out. If I had a functioning scalpel. Okay, bro, what's up? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, I really gotta get a new scalpel. Okay. Okay. It didn't shift too bad, so I think we're okay. Yeah, we're fine. No, there's some weird... Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay. It's this right here, which I can take out and fix. That's not a huge issue. Which, let me finish doing this, and then I'll do that. I'm just realizing I should have put the bra cup in first. Okay. That's okay. That's why we're doing all of this. Everybody, when you're doing stuff like this, and there's no right way to do it, because it's just a little variations every time, there's going to be not mistakes, there's just going to be trial and error. And that's why we do a relatively large stitch. I've got to turn the air conditioner on. I'm suffocating. Suffocating. I think I also might go ahead and pull a bigger piece of boning. Which is fine. And no pasa nada. No es pasa nada. This thing. Lost the little screw that holds the blade still. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Actually, I'm glad that happened because I really needed to get a longer piece of boning. Okay, we're actually going to take a break soon. I'm not going to end the live stream, but I am going to get a snack, and I will kind of readjust things because I know I've been streaming for over an hour now, just for sewing. So we're going to turn the air down, we're going to get a snack, and then we'll take a 20-minute break where I eat some snack, and I do some Stardew, and then we'll get back to sewing because this is going to be amazing. It just takes a little bit of thought and a little bit of consideration. So as soon as I finish pulling out the boning I need, I will take a break. So if you want to take a break with me, we're going to take a break in, let's see, about 2 or 3 minutes. What do I not need on this one? I'm going to order some more. I can always put this back. I'm going to open this envelope on my red dress. I'm going to just borrow this, and then when I order some more boning today, I'll just put it back. Did I not do a good job sewing that? Oh, that was... I see now. It was before I decided using monofilament to put my applique on was not a good idea, which lasted all of 2 seconds. And I broke like 3 needles, and I was like, yeah, okay, we're gonna hand sew this. There, come on. Okay, come on. Release. There we go. Just needed some encouragement. Okay, now where's the equivalent one on the other side? On monofilament. I did one line across the whole thing. Man, I fucking did that really. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! Liberated. Alright, perfect. Where's my break sign? Here, handy panty. You hold this for us. Okay, we're gonna just leave that right there. Oh, Henny, you're like a little too small. Let's see. Maybe I can put this in your head. But we need it right there. Yep. Okay. Da, 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 da. See, solutions to everything. Ah. How was your run? Oh, my son.
Mom just left.
My mom. Oh, she's coming back for lunch.
Tuna and avocado.
She thinks that's the bee's knees, and I'm like,
Have you had it? You've had it before?
yes.
It's not good?
I'm just not, unless tuna is by itself,
Texture.
I don't like it with something else. Tuna patties, fantastic. Tuna and macaroni, bleh. Hi, beautiful Kelly. Okay. Should I just grab my plane? Sorry, I tried to use your handy penny. There you go, beautiful. Nope, I also forgot I raised my computer up. So we're just gonna tilt it. It does not work until they use it. It does not work. It just not working. There we go. Thank God. There we go. Alright. Get a snack. And then we'll keep going. Almost done. Almost there. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. 2 seconds. All the cats are. Feed me, mama. Feed me. Again. I already fed us twice today. Yep. There comes Sippy. I hear you, little ma'am. I hear you. Hi, are you wanting food? Is your eye okay? Oh, baby. Are you having allergies today? Oh, poor baby. Come here. Let me see your eye. Ugh, come here. Let me see. Oh no, you just got the hair in it. Oh, poor baby. Ugh, I don't know how you're not going bananas. I don't. I want to help you get it out, but I don't know how. I don't want to hurt your eye. Okay. Yes, Reddington, you can lick the yogurt bowl when I'm done. Okay, dress. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Turn down the water. Okay. Huzzah. Hi, Fibby, beautiful girl. Oh no. Do you want to get in your stroller? Fibby, you want to get in your stroller? Look, I opened it for you. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to go to sleep. Oh, oh, no, I got it. Okay. All right, let me get a piece of fruit for Emily. I wonder if she'd like mushrooms. Oh, a melon. Perfect. Come here. I also need to give one to Robin's husband. Oh, it's not ready yet? Oh, man. Bummer. Okay, that'll be tomorrow's gift. Mm-hmm. I feel like I missed the Christmas thing. Oh, it's not ready yet. There's Shane. Such a beast to everybody. Can't see what time it is because my thing's on the. Or I have a YouTube notification. Well, it must be 9 now. I was gonna buy something from him. Like I already did. Ah. Maybe a pepper. That's healthy. You're welcome. Alright. Wee-hoo. Oh, she liked my pancakes. Ah! She just kind of like. What is this? Did I give her. I give her 5 blackberries. Would you like a blackberry? Ah! Game's calling me out, man. Oh, that's why I love this game. You can't just do what you want. It takes the time. It's so excited. A wearable shirt. Thanks. I keep eating. Reddington, I'm gonna give you the yogurt, man. You gotta cool it. Oh, it's gonna get more fertilizer. That's what it was. Yes, Reddington, you're gonna get some yogurt. Mm-hmm. What? Girl. Well, excuse me. Oh, now you see now. Hi, Martin. I know your nephew Shane is staying at your place. You told me that. Oh, is that like I have talked to you today? Is that what that is? Let's test it out. Although I thought I talked to Emily. Oh, they're all doing their jazzercise thing. Talk. Okay, thanks. Hey, how are you? Just taking a break. Wait, what did she just say to me? Wow, after all the business I've given you. And I semi got a crush on you. That's over. Oh no, that was Robin. Ah, okay, never mind. Sorry, Robin. Not Marnie. Who is this? Who are you? Who is this? Okay, I can't remember. Okay, let me see if my hypothesis was correct. Because I'm on a break. I'm working on a sewing project. And I was just showing that I'm taking a 20-minute break from sewing. And I'm doing it on Stardew Valley. Usually I'll have people body double with me. They work alongside me. So I kind of just help support. Okay, let's take a break now. It's for people who have ADHD. We support each other. Rington! My cat's trying to eat my snack. I know, dear. You are not starving. I know you think you are. Ugh, just a yeah. Okay, I'm about to get back to it. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Excuse me, Reddington. We're getting back to the sewing. I need you to move, bro. Okay, let's turn other camera back on. Turn this one. Nope, nope, not that one off. Turn the switch off. There we go. Okay, we'll move the brake sign. You can sit there. All right, let's get back to work. Reddington, you continue to be your fabulous self. Sitting there. Okay. Don't eat the plant just because I said you can't eat the yogurt. Okay, so as we learned right before I took a break, you have to put the bra cup in at the same time as the princess seam boning, which fair, not too difficult. You get the rest of these stitches out. Where's my camera at? Make sure you guys can see me. Oh, let me scoot it over a little bit. You guys can see better what I'm doing. There we go. Fixing it up. Hello, hello. Just hanging out, doing some sewing. Oh, phone. Don't be like that. There it goes. Okay. Phone's getting feisty. Okay. There we go. Now, move that more that way. Nope. Move it more the other way. And step down so you guys can see me. I'm standing on my boxes. Okay. I look like I'm super tall. we go. Now I can set this cup where it needs to be. Thank you. I'm trying to. Sometimes when I sew in cosplay, I'll have it all decked out and have a fire going behind me. But I appreciate that. And to answer your question, I am finishing up altering a prom dress for one of my clients. And what we're doing is we're adding boning, which is plastic strips, to disperse the weight of the dress because it is a really heavy dress. And they have spaghetti straps on there, which are just dumb. So we are adding some support. So this is a comfortable dress to wear. Thank you. I enjoy doing it. It's always a challenge. Tomorrow I'll be working on my own dress that I'm making. I'm making a Persephone cosplay. And I'm almost finished with that dress. It's been a ton of hand sewing, but I think I'll be able to finish it tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. Okay. Did you take my boning, Reddington? Where's it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Sorry, I blamed you. Okay, so let's see. We'll stick this guy up in here. Then we're going to. Is there a way to do this without? Yes, there is a way to do this without. I don't want to. I don't want to show on the lining. Let's see if we can do this not on the lining. It's going to be difficult, but I think it will be worth it in terms of comfort level. We can make the seam allowance its own envelope with some determination. And then, oh, let me pick this up. Yes, I completely agree. I have done a lot of um, crappy jobs, and working for myself, doing something that's not mundane, keeps me from going through any type of neurodivergent burnout, which is what has killed all my other jobs. Just now I like helping other people, kind of avoid that burnout, which is why we do these videos. It's kind of just body doubling. Help. I kind of just help lead. Okay, will you take a break? Or we're going to take a break now. Because I've always struggled with trying to get myself to take breaks. Okay, this is. We're looking good, Reddington. We're looking good. And this is going to be less. We're not going to have to do a stitch in the ditch if we do it this way. Which is good. Because I don't like really doing stitch in the ditch on the front. Because you have to be super, super careful. Oh, do, do. Cannot wait for her to see that she was excited about what I had already done, but then when she tried it on, she's like, it just hurts my shoulders. And I'm like, let me see if I can fix that. And I'm super, 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 super excited for her to see what I've done and that she can be comfortable. Because she deserves to be comfortable. Oh no, I don't mind at all. Okay, so I'll give you a tattoo tour while I'm talking or while I'm working. So that one, if you can see this main one, that's my wedding tattoo. My husband and I both have one because we're both. He's an artist, and I sew, and rings are just really not conducive to that. Plus, we're very sensory people. We have rings, we just don't like to be obligated to wear them all the time. Like I'm not wearing mine right now because it'll get caught on stuff. So we got tattoos. Then the my favorite flower is peonies. So what I did was the very top is right here is Gaia. Ah, phone. My phone's being a stinker. Excuse me, phone. What are you doing? Ah, he'll come back on in a second. We'll flip the cameras. We'll make this one the big one. Besides, you can see my tattoos better anyway. We'll make you this the big one, and we'll make my phone the little one if it ever decides to join us again. Move to the top. And we'll make you tiny. Teeny tiny. I know. I love, his name's Chris, at Lucky Hand Tattoo. Thanks. Now you pop up. Um, there we go. We'll just put that right there. So I drew the mandala and I drew, Gaia right here. And then my favorite flowers are peonies, so he drew the peonies around it. And we kind of just co-created it together. And yeah, it was great. It was a great experience all the way around. And then I have a fox that my husband drew on my back. Oh, and this is I forget about this one. This is my newest one. This is my little gatito friend from Mexico. I decided on my left arm I'm gonna get tattoos from every country we go to. So this is the first one. This is from Mexico. I mean, this is my very first tattoo, but I got it in Dallas, so that counts as the U.S. one. I love this one. This is from Mexico. It's my newest one. Actually, kind of like this view better. I think I'm gonna just switch the cameras to like this from now on. Oh, now you can't see the background. I'll fix it later. It really looks good at night when I do sewing and cosplay. Okay, now we're just gonna poke you up into there. Come on, you can do it. Good. There we go. There we go. One last pan. Oh, get in there. Boning is so stinkerish. As Blue would say, it's so cheeky. So cheeky. It doesn't like to do as it's told, ever. Okay, that looks superb. Now, let's see how easily I can sew this. I'm gonna have to take this off. Hold that for me, Reddington. Reddington's my cat I keep talking to. He's over there. He's one of my cats. I have 5. They know they're not supposed to be playing on my dress, so they just sit there longingly and look at it. Okay, let's see if we can stuff the dress up under here. Okay, how is this going to move? I think if we do it this way, we can avoid sewing over anything. Okay, I think I need to change the bobbin though, because I think that's the dark one. I'm pretty sure that's the dark. brown thread, and I don't want that showing through. I don't want that showing through. Where's the other bobbin? ¿Dónde está? Ay, Dios mío. No está aquí o aquí o aquí. Nope, I don't want to do that. I definitely don't want to do that. I would rather just make a new bobbin. Get away from here. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Ah! Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. Said my Nana to me. You have to laugh to keep from crying. Let's see if we can get out. I feel like I'm gonna go cross-eyed trying to get that in there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, or not. Do the exact opposite of what I said. Okay. I tell my girls all the time, use tweezers. What am I doing? Struggling. There's no need to suffer. You can ask for help. It doesn't make you a piece of shit. There we go. Da, 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 and done. I would still be struggling with it if I hadn't gotten the tweezer out. Okay, they're effective. Now, back to business. Did I rotate that? No, here we go. I was very confused. Okay, here we go. There's nothing underneath. Good. Close that. I need to. Oh, that's what I was doing. I need to close that up really well so it has foundation. Okay, so we gotta go back. There we go. Now, okay, let's make this a little smaller to stitch. Okay, come on. We can do this. Other boning's working against us that I put in. If I had known I was going to do princess seam bonings, I would have done that first. But That's not how the creative process works. Okay, let me tie that off and see if I can come down the other way now. Now let's see if we can go from the top down to the bottom. Oh, the boning popped out again. Stop it. I'm gonna stick you in there. Not coming out again. It's like, no, please, please. I don't want to go back in the dark. Don't you put me back in the dark. Okay. I may have to get Alejandro to help. I need like 2 more pairs of hands here. There we go. Okay, here we go. We are making progress. Little by little, we are making progress. If this boarding would stay in there, I'm gonna make sure you never get out. Okay, come on. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Push it over, but don't let it flip. Or may have to sew this boning through the plastic, at least up here, because that seam allowance is just not big enough. Okay, here we go. Take these out. Okay, there we go. Don't like doing it this way, but sometimes we gotta make sacrifices when we're retrofitting. Okay. Okay, looking good, looking good, looking good. Oh, I know, needle, I know. Just keep working with it here. I got these amazing Oregon needles from Mexico that I don't know what American needles that are the same brand are made of, but they are weak sauce. And I feel like that about most Mexican sewing products. They are far superior. And a tenth of the cost, which makes 0 sense. Okay, let's see how this looks. I know there's going to be some hiccups that I have to fix. Like there's a little curve in the line that I corrected, but I still got to take that out. But, oh, let me put the bra cup in. Where'd you go? Okay, this is the top. Okay, and let's see, the center is right there. We want it to pop. There we go. Okay, that's right. Okay, so we are just, actually, it would be good to do it this way. Okay, we're gonna figure that out when I can turn it around. 'Cause I don't want to sew layers together that I have to take apart. Okay, dokie, artichoke. That's looking good. Praying to all the sewing gods here. Please let this look the way my brain said it was going to look. That is not my stitch. That is somebody's sad stitch that I am going to fix. Okay. Oof. Okay. Oh. Okay, so the concept was good. We got some of the dress stuck, which completely normal. Aggravating, you betcha, but completely normal. Okay. Got to turn the air down. That's what I forgot to do during my break was turn the air conditioning on. Hmm. Let me pick this up too. Well, I wanted to avoid sewing it straight through, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. Just because it's just a lot to try to do that, which is fine. It was fine that I tried. Come on, lining. Some light. It's okay. Okay. This knit is such a bad fabric. It just falls apart. Fish companies would use good fabric. I'll fix it. It's just annoying. Okay. Yeah, that's not a big thing to fix. Not a big deal at all. Okay. It's just more obnoxious than anything. Wish. I can't tell you how many prom dresses or just dance dresses that are $300, $400, $500 dresses, and I have to just constantly be putting them back together because they are just absolute garbage material. Because everyone's trying to maximize their freaking profits. Oh, come on. Let go. Let go. Nope, I need a little side. I need a little side. There we go. One more. Come on. One more. Now I should be able to pull it out. Oh, so close. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna have to just sew it straight through, but it is what it is. Can just make the best of it. Perfect spot. Excelente. Now we're going. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that stitching out. Curses. That's okay. That's okay. I'm trying something new, and that requires trial and error. That's okay. But I am going to keep that right where it is. I just need to keep this seam right where it is. And I won't do this on the other side, so this will be a lot easier. Okay, there's the point. Stick it up in there. Right where that is. Put this right where this is. Oh, come on. Can go through. There we go. Hey, I'm taking these out. There we go. Oh, Jess, quit fighting me. I'm trying to make you look and be supportive. Okay, now we're looking good. We have our heading. Okay, now let me make sure the lining isn't messed up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. That's fine. I'll fix it. Stab it. I just need to pin that lining to that spot so it's not moving around on us, making me want to cry. There we go. Okay. Air conditioner time. Ah! Okay. Tear apart my entire studio. Oh my gosh, it's 76 degrees in here. Oh, no wonder I'm melting. We live in Texas, if anyone's wondering, so there's zero airflow. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna have to. I'll just go through and I'll pick that out, which is fine. It looks really good, so I'm not going to nitpick. Yeah, I'll pick that out. That's not a big deal. have to have my show going, because if I'm alone with my thoughts watching this, then I can't pay attention. I'll start thinking about all the other things I need to do. So good. Looking so bad. Oh no! And then we have a little freaking broken needle. Dang it! After all my praise. You changed again. How do you feel? Good.
I'm gonna go grab lunch.
Good.
Don't forget, there's spaghetti from last night in the fridge.
I thought we just had the leftover noodles.
No, it's
Yes. Thank you. You spoil me so. What?
How long have you been working?
I just took a 20-minute break. I have to get this done today.
Okay.
But I just took a 20-minute break. And then once I'm done with this dress, I won't work anymore today. Plus, I'm on the flow with this dress. I had a breakthrough discovery of how to fix it for realsies. So, once I get this done, then we're good. Now, if I just didn't have Benedict Arnold needles, that freaking broke on me. Alright. I love you. I love you too. Where'd the needle go? No. I don't want the needle trapped in the fabric. I'll find it. I'll get it out in a little bit. I don't even know if it's in there. It could have bounced off and gone somewhere else. Okay. I just realized that the needle I had in there was a Microtex needle. It was just a. I'm surprised it held on as long as it did. It was not one of my Mexico Big Daddy needles. Now it is, because I just realized I hadn't opened the pack yet, and it was sitting in there. Tweezers, Shelby. You don't need to suffer. Make life easier on yourself, not harder. Asking for help is not weakness. I have to unindoctrinate myself. Growing up in West Texas. To pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's why y'all hear me making comments as I'm doing this. I'm working on parenting myself. It's not easy. Oh, new people. Hey guys. I am just finishing up on this prom dress. I am making it supportive because it was not made to be supportive. So that way the spaghetti straps don't hurt my client's back, because it's a lot of dress and it doesn't even have a back, so there's nothing holding her together basically. So we're fixing that. No, I won't. I'm gonna undo those tacks. I'll let that just naturally fall. Oh, this looks so stinking good. I think it looks better than the original design. You know, I'm not biased at all. So this is what I did. Is you can see. Oh, I'm just gonna point right here. This little envelope is holding a piece of boning, which is a plastic, basically strip. So before It had these very sad, poorly designed bra cups, which don't look like anything a woman would wear ever. Took those stupid things out. Put actual bra cups that are excellent, made from Germany, so they're top tier. And then I put this piece of boning in here that will basically hold the bodice of the dress up so that way the straps are not digging into her shoulders because that apparently is the trend. And I'm like, okay, I can't keep sending girls off to their events and they've got like basically these straps just dig into your shoulder and your pictures look awful because this is red and like this is pinching off your entire shoulder and you look like your arm is about to be severed off. So we're fixing that, both with these little cushions I put in under the straps. So, and then we're putting support because you know what? We need support because we're not getting it emotionally, socially, or economically. So, you know what? Your boobs can at least be supported. Building support wherever you need it. Yes, when she wears it, that'll pull back. Okay, perfect. I will pluck these little pieces out in just a second. Let's go for the other side. I love the way boning looks. I also added some right here. I just think it adds texture and detail, and I just love corseted anything. I just think it looks cute, and it it doesn't look like it was cheap because I feel like now we just put as few seams as possible and then we just slap it on you and it looks and you're like this is not comfortable. Ew. I agree you. Okay, I do have to fix the lining on this side because I did accidentally run over the lining a little. And let me see where that starts. And that is going to pull and I don't want that to be the case. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or just, life philosophy questions, what happen to talk about too, drop them in the comments. And if I don't see it, keep commenting because eventually I'll look up. And I'm happy to talk. Talking actually makes this process easier for me, despite what all my teachers said. You can't possibly work while you're talking. Okay, yeah. It's amazing how when I was a teacher and I let my kids talk, I didn't have behavior issues. Ooh. I did not fit in the education system. Neither, I didn't fit in the public education system. I didn't fit in the university education system when I was teaching freshman comp. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I fit in? No, I don't. But I pride myself on that. So now I sew things, and people are somehow okay with me looking like this when I sew. So, yeah, I'm gonna take this out. I don't want to take it out because it's a pain in the butt, but I keep doing that. That's funny. Um, I'm going to do it because like it's the right thing to do. And I can't send clothes off the way that I have clothes brought to me, which are just garbage, which is not the seamstress's fault that put them together. It's bad training or bad employment conditions. That's pulled together, that's fine. Don't do this at home. I can stick stuff in my mouth. Because I do this all day. Okay, dokie. How can I fix this? Especially don't stick open scissors in your mouth. When you sew, you do weird stuff just to get to the point that you're trying to get to. And we all know it. All the seamstresses joke about it. And if you decide to sew, you will too do weird, crazy things. And we will not judge you for it. Okay. How's that pulling? That's a lot better. Okay. So if I can just take this out. And yes. Okay, so I need to be going up, not down. And I do talk to myself even when I'm not live streaming. Because I got 7 voices in my head at once. I'm like, okay, no, I need to have one voice that's a little louder than everybody else. I need little bitty pliers that have the tenacity and the strength to pull out a thread, but are small enough that they can freaking grip the thread. Tweezers just don't quite do either. Okay, maybe some light will heal. The truth is, I just need to be able to pull this out. People watching, don't judge me. Every seamstress does that. Sometimes you just gotta rip it. Come out, you stinking thread. Grief, this is stronger than national security. Come on! Okay, let's see where we're at in terms of the pull. Is it pulling at the right? Yes. Okay, we're fine. Now we're good. Ay, ay, ay. Was the drama I just didn't need today. Pull that back a little bit. And then I'm going to sew it. I know I need that little one to just let her. Even if it pulls through the lining, that would be better. I don't know how I did that. It's not a back stitch. I don't know what the hails bales you are. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yep, that's perfect. It's exactly what I needed to happen. Okay, we're looking good. I'm nitpicking at this point, which I need to not. I don't want to be one of those old lady seamstresses that just okay, you know what? Well, no, that's why no one wants to sew. Now let me make my stitch bigger. Okay, there we go. It looks so good. Perfecto, perfecto. Okay. Okay, I will pull those extra ones out in a moment. And get all these little doodad threads off. Then I'll pluck those little stinkers that are not in the right place out in a second. Would you please? There you go. Okay, pull you off. Good. Okay, we're good. Especially since we've got a corseted back, it gives us some wiggle room. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. Look how pretty it is. As I stab myself. Okay. Okay. Gonna have to trust the process here and know that I know what I'm doing. And stop second guessing myself. I know how garments work. Now let's go down, rotate this over so we can make a little platform. Yes, I know. Dig through that. Okay, and then we'll go back one time. Got it. Excelente. This is gonna look so good. Okay, here we go. Now we're just doing the same thing on the other side. I'm making the little envelopes on the side seam to put the side boning on. Okay, perfect. That's fast. Oh, gotcha. What did they surprise you with? What did they surprise you with? Cool.
You want to stop and eat? Right now you gotta roll. Okay.
No, I mean, no, I do want to stop to eat, but I don't want to stop to eat. I want it all. Thought you were turning the air down. It's about to go feral on you. Okay, we're gonna go over this one more time because I just don't like how loose it is. Okay, there we go. Good. Better. Ah! I ran over this thing. It's always something, huh? It's always something. Maybe I do need to stop to eat. This is where I struggle. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. That's cool. I can fix it. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed. Perfect. Oh, I love this dress, but I'm really looking forward to being done with it. I feel like that at the end of all my projects. I like it. It's really fun, but it comes to a point where I'm like, okay, be done. I'm tired. Okay, now I just gotta put the other piece. My brain's rebelling. It's like, no, it took so long. It took so long last time because I messed up. But it's okay. I can do this. I can do this. And she's gonna just be so thrilled, and that's enough for me. I can do this for her. I can do this for Mia. Happy to do it for her. Okay. Ugh. Sam's Club has messaged me like 8 times today. Like, we get it. Please, please. Please help us. Millennials are ruining Walmart. Probably anxious because I haven't renewed my membership. I don't really think I'm going to. Get. There we go. Come on. Super close. Come on. It's always the last leg of the alteration that's hardest. Okay, how did I do it last time? Okay, I think we'll put a seam just a little bit. And then we'll put the frock up in there. Hey, quit that. Ow, stop. Stop, stop, stop. No, 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 no. Okay. I think I'm going to take a break and have some nut